This episode of Vic's Basement is brought to you by EB Games. Support us by buying your video games at EB Games. Welcome to my basement, everybody!
Hi, everybody!
Sorry about the technical issues.
Yeah.
This is a complicated process, this streaming, television over Twitch. It's not super easy.
I thought you were referring to my transition from man to a woman.
That has been a very long and complicated process.
Need good doctors.
Yeah.
It's happening naturally, though, for you.
It's going. It's working. You need to shave closer to be more convincing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
No.
Welcome to the show, everybody. We've had a long, busy week.
It's Friday the 13th.
Is it really Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
Well, there's our computer problem right there. That's what happened.
Okay.
I had pretzels for lunch. It's not a good lunch, kids.
All right. Hey, we had people on the chat watching EP Daily all week long. This is new this week.
Yeah.
It's the first time every day, Monday to Friday at 1 o'clock, we've been streaming the shows on Twitch as soon as they are basically output from the computers. And we jump on the chats and talk. And some people have been staying,
They'll stay with the chat?
They've been in chat since 1:30, and
I know,
thank you very much.
for
I hope
hanging out.
you get jobs.
Just you can talk normally into the microphone.
That's
Don't
far
have to
away.
worry.
It's like 3 feet away.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, it's been a
They
lot
have
of fun
jobs.
chatting with
They're
everyone.
playing hooky.
Can you put that away?
Well, I'm just getting Blake's notes here. That's all
we
I'm
got
doing.
it all up here.
I'm just getting Blake's notes.
When you need something to refer to, then we look at our phones.
I'm just opening it.
I know how you are, though.
Wow.
Here's
he's
what
an
happened.
addict.
Here's what's happened though, because Scott was away last week, so they really missed each other.
Yeah. And you've
They
given
really
us our
did.
time, haven't you?
So
Yeah, I've been
we had our
trying.
conjugal visit 20 minutes in the trailer outside the office.
We reached through the prison cell.
I still felt
Like two monkeys from Planet of the Apes.
But I do have to say though, like when Scott did come back, I still felt like because I get to see your dynamic as much before he had gotten sick.
Oh, right. Okay.
And
What
so
dynamic?
when he got back, I still felt like I needed to protect you from him. Like I needed to put like Scott
Right.
padding.
Right.
Because
I
when
was
he
probably
comes
doing
out-
that a little bit with you, too.
Yeah, a little bit. Because when I do that with people now, whenever Scott interacts, I'm speaking like he's not here.
Oh.
Whenever you interact with people,
Can you hear
I
us?
feel like I need to put padding around them. Like I'm just putting Scott C. Jones padding on. He doesn't mean anything. He's not trying to be mean. Like when he walked out of that Liam Neeson, I was gonna say Taken something, but it wasn't Taken.
5,
It was
exactly. No,
Taken.
Run All Night or something. The
Just call it Liam
thing?
Neeson 4.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson 4.
Yeah.
When he walked out, because we have to give notes to the people
Oh, yeah,
that do
the
the
PR
screening,
people are outside.
and he just let him have it.
Well, I don't know what they want me to do. My thing is I have to be honest with people. I'm not a PR company.
Yeah.
I have
You're
a
a
very
critic, man.
I have a very strong opinion.
Yeah.
I had to go see because Vic is an a-hole.
He didn't want to see it. He was just like coming up with excuses. We're sending
No,
emails
there was
back and
another
forth.
movie playing that night
Yeah.
that is coming out on Blu-ray in
Yeah.
a couple weeks, and I said, well, why don't I go see this movie? I really want to see this movie.
But we don't have assets to
Right.
cut
But
a
we
show
will eventually,
together.
and that's how I thought I would spend my night. Instead, I saw the same Liam Neeson movie again, only this time it had Ed Harris in it.
What is
So-
Hollywood thinking? What are they
Well, it's
doing?
making money, so they'll just keep making it.
Do you think this one will make money?
For sure, it'll make money.
Is it better than Taken 3?
I mean, they're all
Can
the
you
same.
can you
It's-
even remember Taken 3? I can't even remember.
No,
what
I can't
happened.
remember it. There's nothing sexy. There's nothing intelligent. There's nothing is violent or surprising. There's no art. There's nothing on display except for Liam Neeson, who I really like.
Yeah.
I like him.
do
I
like him,
genuinely
yeah.
like him.
Just
I feel like
making
he
money.
has very intelligent eyes.
Yeah.
He's about my age, and he still has wonderful hair.
You know, he's kind of having the Eddie Murphy career. You know, like Eddie Murphy just coasted on things that would make money after a little while. You know, and he's way
and then
more
he
talented.
coasted right out of town.
Yeah.
That was the end of it.
Well, and I think people are going to get Liam Neeson out. You know, they're going to get sick of it.
Well, again, I think after seeing Birdman again, I couldn't help but think about that when we were watching that movie the other
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Like, how can he not be thinking, why am I not making art? Why
So-
am I not
so
making
don't go
something that
see
matters to me?
Run All
Okay.
Night, right?
No, do yourself a
But
favor.
Joel Kinnaman is great.
Yeah, there's no reason to go see this movie. You can just
No,
watch
you don't
The
need to
Killing
buy it
on
at all.
Netflix.
It's going
Yeah.
to, but this is going to be on Netflix like next
Right.
month.
Yeah, like
But-
4 seconds from now.
But
Exactly.
people want to go out on the weekends. That's why
Well,
it's
this is
fun
not
to
the
review the
movie.
movies. That's why
Okay.
it's fun to put them in the show. We like going to the movies
Absolutely.
normally.
I wouldn't mind doing this 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
We would have had fun. I would have fought with whoever I was with. It would have been comedy. I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this. I want
Yeah.
better things for him, and I especially want better things for the people who watch our shows.
Do you think we're hurting
Are
his
you listening
feelings?
to me?
Do you think we're hurting his feelings
He's not
right
watching
now?
this fucking
He's
show.
a big fan of
No,
Its Basement.
no, but the thing is, like,
You're not taking this seriously.
I were-
7 movies in a row that are exactly the
Oh,
same.
I know, man. And
Do you know?
and nobody saw The Gray. You know what? My wife watched The Gray on the last flight that we took, and she was bawling by the end of it.
The Gray is good.
Yeah, The Gray was awesome.
The Gray is good. But that's the thing. He's kicking serious butt. He's old. He's an old guy now.
I don't want to
He's
see
getting
Liam
things
Neeson
done.
do kung fu and not really do kung
In
fu
slow
because
motion.
there's a guy who puts his jacket on and then he does it and then he's like, oh
I
no,
know.
Liam Neeson's doing it. It's just
But
like,
you're not going to say no to these job offers because that would be admitting that you're an old guy now and you can't do it anymore.
What
I
job
don't know.
offers?
These movies
If-
that are being...
Listen, I don't want to talk about this shit anymore. I don't give a shit. I don't want to see any more Liam Neeson shit.
No more
That's
Liam
it.
Neeson shit.
You know, he
Well,
didn't
in the
help.
Lego
Fuck
movie,
you,
he was
Liam
great.
The
Neeson.
Phantom Menace was terrible. That was Liam Neeson's fault. I blame him for everything. My Tuesday was bad. That's Liam Neeson's fault. Listen, it's toy break already. I found this the other day. We're talking about Star Wars in 2000.
It's toy break already.
I wouldn't let him do the show. Okay.
It's toy break.
Who's inside our old friend?
Your
Lando
garbage, number
Calrissian.
one. He put his garbage in
And
there.
a pretzel wrapper. Lando's
that.
been eating pretzels.
What's he doing? Oh, he's riding in the Millennium Falcon now. Oh, I don't need Chewbacca. We leave him back on that planet.
On that old whore planet? Where's Chewbacca?
What was the one where they met the Ewoks?
It's Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk. Look, this is a fancy. It's got a thing on it, and it's got a latch for your lunch.
It's got a thing on it.
I think I bought that.
No, I bought that.
I think I bought that one.
You know what? Fuck you, Vic. And
Fuck
listen,
you, Liam Neeson.
on this side, it's kind of raised a little bit, so
Yeah.
it's 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
And so you can touch it if you want to. And there's Carrie Fisher, so I like to touch her face.
All right.
And you probably want to touch Han
That is a
Solo.
good
I
toy.
don't.
And then on the
I thought
back,
it was a lame toy, but it's a good
all soft though. This
Yeah.
side raised.
toy. Raised.
These are the things you need to appreciate in Toy Break. Thank you very much. Let's move on. I wasn't here last week.
Yeah, where were you?
I didn't have lunch.
Where were you?
I was in San Francisco
What were you doing?
having a talk
were-
with Jose about washing.
Who were you? Who were you yelling at?
I wasn't yelling
Yeah,
at
how many
anybody.
people did you
Who,
yell
who
at?
did you yell at in San Francisco?
No.
Was Liam Neeson there?
It was my first trip since I got better.
Right.
I was in San Francisco. I went to the Game Developers Conference, aka GDC. Mm-hmm. So I saw a lot of friends. It's weird because I'm a mature man at this point.
Yeah.
I went in to buy a Playboy magazine the other day, and I
At
didn't
this-
even get carded.
At this point.
They're like, no, you're old enough. You can buy a Playboy if you want to.
Why are you buying Playboy? I thought you were paying a lot of money for porn.
We'll talk about that later
Okay,
on the
okay.
show.
Yeah, that's-
we'll get to that later.
Vic's
Okay.
Basement After Dark.
That's
Okay.
tabled for later.
Yeah.
So the Game Developers Conference, I was trying to get you to come because
Yeah.
I thought it would be fun for us to see everybody.
Yeah.
Tommy Tallarico was there. I didn't see him in person,
Okay.
but I could smell. It just smelled vaguely like garlic in the air. And leather. It was garlic and leather. I think that's the Tommy's signature cologne. Dave Perry was there, our old friend. All of our old friends were there. But it's funny to go to the Game Developers Conference. I guess any conference, this will be true now.
Yep.
I felt like I've already graduated from this college, and I was back on campus for the alumni reunion.
Right.
You walk around, you see a few of the old faces who we've known for a long time. They're still in the business.
Well,
but
we
it's
had
a lot
Sid
of
Meier
kids.
on the show yesterday.
I know, I'm going to get to that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids, though.
Yeah.
A lot of kids, because you can't really, unless you're working here, you can't make any money doing this anymore. Everybody makes $22,000 a year.
Yeah.
And they do blog posts for, whatever, Ars Technica. I don't even know what's left
Hey,
anymore.
PewDiePie's making tons of money.
Good for you, PewDiePie. Anyway, the big story from GDC this year, here's my full report. I'm not. The virtual reality, obviously, was a huge thing.
Yeah.
Sony, I know this was announced a while back. I feel like this thing's so far away.
Okay.
No, it's good.
We can hear you.
Project Morpheus is what it's called. It's
Yep.
for the PlayStation 4. I think it comes out in 2015, so it's still early. I had an interview scheduled with one of the guys from the research and development. That's R&D in the industry speak.
Richard Marks.
Guy
right?
named Richard Marks, yeah.
Yeah.
And so before I could do the interview, we had to go at a separate time of the day to experience Project Morpheus intimately on our own. I didn't know it was like an Oculus type wraparound head thing.
Yeah.
Vic, how do you feel about the Oculus type wraparound head things?
I think they're going to be
Okay, enough
very
said.
good for personal, private time use, but not good if
That's
you want to
the
be on
thing.
TV afterwards.
I actually had dinner. We had dinner a couple months ago with a developer friend who's I don't want to. It was Ryan Payton. He said that the thing that's going to support this and keep it buoyant is pornography.
Right.
That it's going to be off the charts.
I thought Ben Silverman said that.
Maybe Ben Silverman said it
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember him saying something about, or maybe I said something about pornography.
It's probably you.
I like to talk
Yeah.
about pornography.
Yeah. It's
Anyway,
been 5 minutes. Okay, go ahead.
I went into this meeting and I walked in and I said, "Oh, I didn't know this was a hat. I have to wear this with glasses and headphones."
And he spends a little time on his hair, okay?
Well, I mean, it takes me about 7 minutes. Today, I didn't wash it last night.
Oh no.
And so I was, ready to do interviews. I was ready to meet people who are famous, like Sid Meier,
Yeah.
Randy Pitchford.
Yeah.
I wanted to look my best. I'd worn a cologne that day. I'd worn a nice shirt. And then I walk in, they're like, "Oh, sit down." And I said, "I'm shooting. I can't really put this on my head." "Oh, sit down. You're being a pussy."
Right.
And they teased me, and I said, "Oh, I like you people, and I like Sony. Let's sit down and do this." They put the thing on, and I did this tutorial, and this guy's whispering in my ear, and there's robots flying around, and my legs are invisible. Whenever you look down in these VR things, you have no legs.
Right.
Just nothing. It's just air. So I finished, and I thought, okay, sure,
Why
fine.
did you look at your legs?
Why not?
Is that the-
look
you
around
wanted
the
to see.
room, you're like,
You
"What's
wanted
down
to see
here?"
if your little
Nothing.
buddy was there, didn't you?
I wanted to see if
Is
my
my
pe-
little VR
my
little buddy
penis
there?
was bigger.
Where is it?
Anyway, so I did the demo, and then afterward, I was all done. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll try to put this back together. We'll call in an emergency team, and they can maybe somehow do some repair. No, I wasn't done. That was just stop one on my tour
Right.
in virtual reality.
Right.
And so I was
So
at that
basically,
point.
it's like people were just doing this to your head the whole time you're trying to
I mean,
VR. Yeah.
and the second one, I tried it, and I sat down, and it didn't fit, and my head is a strange shape. My forehead is very pronounced, and the guy tried to put it on. He kept adjusting it.
I hope there's going to be a test.
My
after
forehead
this.
is very pronounced.
It is. I don't like it. That's why I don't like doing profiles. So even when I talk to Marissa, will hold my face forward because I don't want you to see my forehead.
Do Frankenstein.
No, I'm not doing Frankenstein, Vic. I'm not your plaything.
But you're very good at it. And maybe it's your
My
pronounced
story
forehead.
is not done.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I have to look this way.
All right, go ahead. Don't go sideways.
Listen, I went and sat down at the second thing. The guy could not get the thing on my head. I don't
Yeah.
know if it was my ridiculously large forehead in the front. Yeah, it's like the bumper on a Chevy. Anyway,
Fire
he
bad.
Yeah.
he kept trying to put it on. The glasses weren't coming down properly, and he's pushing on
Oh,
my
you had
head.
to wear your glasses too.
No, I didn't have
Oh,
to wear my
okay,
glasses.
right,
I
yeah.
took those off.
Okay.
And he's pushing it on me, and it's pushing in my head. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? It's not working. And I can just feel my hair getting fucked up. And I know the rest of my day is shot. And he's trying, and I'm just like, finally, I had it.
Yeah.
I just said, that's it. I did one, and I'm trying this one. And this guy is nice, but he can't get this thing. And my voice was at that pitch. And I said, I'm done. Like, that's it. I know enough. I understand how it works. No, I didn't see a shark coming at me or whatever the fuck you wanted me to see. You're nice people. It's great technology. I am out of here, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yeah.
So I did the interview later with Richard. He was very nice.
Yeah.
And
You took it down a couple pegs.
yeah, I really, like, I mean, I took about as much as you could take.
Well, I mean, this is going to be the thing with demoing this stuff. And like, how are people going to? People will buy it online.
Beyond that,
and they'll
everybody
get it home.
Everybody got sick.
And that happens too.
Everybody got
Yeah.
sick, and if anybody has any pink eye, it's gonna just go through a convention. And when I did not get sick, I got a little sick at the start of the week,
Yeah.
but I have an incredible immune system, fought it right off. But everybody else was sick all week long. You know why? Because they wore all those fucking VR headsets that
Yeah.
everybody else wore. That's why everyone got sick at GDC.
And I think this is the road to this innovation. It's going to be paved with all of these
And pornography.
This clumsy, kind of figuring out what this technology is going to be useful for and how it's going to be incorporated into the home and into our lives. And it is very clumsy right now. It's very much, and you made this analogy, it's very much like the old 80s cell phones,
What would
right?
you have done in that situation?
I wouldn't have put it on.
He wouldn't
He
even
just
put it
wouldn't have
on.
put it on.
Do you hear what Vic's saying, Sony?
I would have said I'm going to be on camera. I'm not going to have my hair all squished into different directions. I mean,
But
you
I
watch people.
I was trying to do it
Yeah.
for Sony, not only for Sony, but for you, the viewers, the faithful viewers out there. What would you have done?
I would have put it on.
Yeah.
She would have put it on.
Well, your hair's not going to change.
Yeah.
You know.
You
That's
guys do a
carefully,
puffing up thing.
That's a carefully
And
constructed thing.
It's so vain, but it's part of it. You have to feel like you can walk in front of the camera and talk to people.
I just want to say once again, I put it on, not once, but twice.
Yeah.
I put it on.
Yeah.
Okay, so Vic, don't fire him. That's what
All
he's
right.
saying.
Okay. All right. He's begging me.
I
not
wasn't
to fire.
saying that.
Oh,
You
okay.
can fire
No,
me
but
if you want to.
The truth is I can't wait to get these things into my basement and play for real and
Why?
see if the content is awesome.
When
I'm
he
very
doesn't
excited.
have to be on camera.
I did try some VR this week at the panel that I was on earlier this
What,
week.
did you take your toupee off?
No, they had little like opera glasses that I
Well-
could stick the. It was for
Tell us-
mobile
yeah,
VR.
okay.
It was for mobile VR, and it was a sample, very simple game. I was flying around like a little bee, and you kind of maneuvered your eyes, and you could select things with your eyes. But you're just holding the thing, and you can get the full stereoscopic sort of VR feeling. It's very rudimentary. It wasn't like great HD visuals or anything, but it was impressive.
What did it do to your hair?
Nothing. It was just on my
That's
eyes
right.
like this.
Yeah,
So
Google has that cardboard thing. You just
Yeah.
hold up to your eyes.
And I think that's going to be a way easier sell for people. I don't think people are going to walk into, an electronics store and strap big things to their
No.
heads. And,
I feel sad for all of us for that shit.
Yeah.
Like it's such an it looks like something you would wear if you were being punished.
But we're
like
moving-
put all this stuff on and tight, like it's tight on your head
it is
too.
kind of like stuff that we would put on cows or horses, right, to get them to do things.
I feel like an idiot with that thing on. I already don't connect. I'm not even the worst cell phone user the way you guys are. You guys can't take your eyes off the phones.
Right.
But I felt lonely and lost with that thing on my head.
Right.
I don't want that thing.
More than
I'm
normal?
sorry, I don't. More than normal.
More than normal.
I need to connect with people.
Yeah.
I need to. I need to smell
So,
farts.
but GDC was a lot of that. Was it a lonely and sad GDC then?
No, I thought, the thing is, and I'll just say this, we can move on because we got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah.
The thing that I forget so quickly, and we had such a bad year, and I had personally a tough year.
Yeah.
These things are made with love, and I don't know why I forgot that during this sort of cynical time that we're in, where maybe our machines don't have enough games right now, and
And
maybe
the
there aren't enough
free-to-play
hot
uprising
games.
and-
And there's
yeah.
so many match 3 games, and certainly there was a lot of that shit there.
Yeah.
But there's also, it's hard not to feel feelings for, Nathan Vella from Capybara when he's hosting the Games Award. It's hard not to feel feelings when you see the Monument Valley guys humbly accepting they're just doing the best they can. They're having a good time. Some people are successful, some people aren't. But I just forget that there's still so many people who just do this for love, and feeling that love was so important for me. And I'm not going to feel it at E3.
Yeah.
We never feel it at E3,
Yeah.
but this is where you feel it. Everybody's in a good mood. It's still early in the year.
E3 is
Everybody's optimistic.
E3 is the hype of what the most amount of money can generate as well, right? E3 is like, let's push the technology into new directions to show people what they haven't seen before.
Right.
But GDC is really the pragmatist kind of. This is the people that built this stuff, and how are they feeling? What's the mood in the room? Kind of place to go.
And we're also doing a thing. We started shooting these in San Francisco. It's 100 Days of Star Wars.
Yep.
We haven't really talked about it yet. You're going to start seeing these sooner
Yeah.
than later. And I shot one with Sid Meier. So Sid Meier had a great Star Wars memory that
Right
we're going to be able to show on EP in the next couple months, I guess.
Awesome.
So you got that to look forward to. And I met Sid Meier. I didn't even know I was meeting him. I went to an early morning meeting. I was totally late. I got lost. And then I walked upstairs. I'm like, oh my God, what's Sid Meier doing here?
And he's
Oh
such
my
a-
God, I'm meeting him. I get to talk to Sid Meier. I don't always love his games, but you cannot help
Oh, and
but
he's so
respect that
humble
guy.
and
Yeah.
personable and accessible.
He's
and,
another one of these
Yeah.
guys just trying to make something that there's love in the stuff that he makes.
Yep.
So,
For sure. Yeah. No, that's good. Well, I'm glad you.
Randy Pitchford says hi.
Oh, awesome. Hi, Randy. I love GDC.
No, that was for Marissa.
It bummed me out that I didn't go this year, but we couldn't say. I mean, Fubar was there with you as well, so we just couldn't spend the time and the money and the manpower to be able to do that. But GDC has been my favorite destination to go for many
It
many
was a
years.
great week.
Yeah.
When it comes to games, yeah.
And
Well,
Nathan
just
Vella,
it's the
too.
people,
I don't
man.
know why I forget about Nathan and
He's
what
an
a
awesome
Canadian
dude.
Can't
treasure
forget
he
about
is.
Nathan.
Yeah, awesome dude.
He's so dynamic. He was so great on stage. I was in awe. I didn't even know he had that in him.
Yeah,
And the writing was good. His delivery was good. He was a great host.
awesome. Well, we started a little mini Vic's Basement kind of attachment to the rundown this week.
I don't have to do this, do I?
What do you mean?
What
What's
is it?
happening? Oh my
No,
god.
but to the rundown and EP. We've been talking about the stories, so we talk about everything. I'm transitioning to something else. Did I freak you out?
he flipped out when we were just talking about our rundown discussions, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's our rundown discussions. Okay.
Just tell me when you need to do a transition.
That was it. That was it.
Can you do this for a team
But
transition?
the response has been really good. People seem
Yeah.
to be really digging what we've been doing, which is
Because
very
we're
nice.
just
Thank
speaking.
you.
We're just
Yeah.
speaking from the heart about topics that we just brought up and went into a little bit of detail on. And no, I think it's a lot of fun. I love that we're just off the cuff chatting about it. You have had a lot of things to say.
Yes, you have.
What, you mean where? I don't know what we're talking about.
Oh my god. Okay, after the rundown, we have a conversation together.
Oh, the conversation part of the show. Why can't
Yeah.
we just call it that?
The rundown conversation.
It's
The conversation
It's
part
part
of the
of,
show. Look,
it's
there
part
it
of the
goes
rundown.
again.
Well, I'm looking
Please.
at different things
The
here.
rundown.
I have a point I want to make before you go on to another one, okay?
Okay. Well, okay. Go ahead.
Well, you go ahead, finish your point then.
What? I'm telling you about Vic's point.
Anyway, let's talk about Chappie. It's made a little bit of money so far.
Yeah.
Neill Blomkamp will always be a hero to me and to you and to you.
You have no choice.
Are you-
He's gonna want to be one of your heroes.
District 9, still one of the transcendent movie-going experiences
Absolutely.
I've ever had.
Yes.
I hated Elysium.
Not
I
me.
didn't see this one.
Yeah.
I heard it's not good. Has a 41 on Metacritic. That's out of 100 points.
Chappie bad.
I
Chappie
think.
It's good.
Wait,
It's good.
I
it's
think
a good movie.
that Neill Blomkamp is in trouble.
He's fine.
This is
I-
2 bad movies in a row. This
It-
is 2 bad movies. We understand the sophomore slump. That's 2 bad movies in a row.
I think
They are bad movies, Vic.
see Chappie
didn't
before
see
you
it.
qualify that, and
It's a
He-
bad movie.
he'll hate
and,
it.
and, it,
I know it's a
and
bad
it's
movie.
it's a fun movie, and it's got a lot of connection, a lot more connection to District 9 than it does to Elysium. There's a lot of loose fun in the film, and there's also a lot of connection to RoboCop and the sort of Verhoeven kind of style of filmmaking. I dug the movie a lot.
Why didn't you like it?
Well, we discussed this last
Yeah.
week.
It's
I didn't
weird.
watch it.
But
It's-
it's strange. It's just
It's a couple of big
It's-
name stars that get wasted and squandered in the flick.
totally wasted.
Yeah.
I felt
Same
really
thing
bad.
happened with Jodie Foster in Elysium.
Well, right, just big name actors getting wasted. The idea itself, I've said this before, the idea itself is really cool, just the story around it is horrendous. And it's like you laugh at it, you're laughing with it, but then you're laughing at it.
What did you
You can't
give it?
take it serious. I gave it a 5.
Were you thinking about going lower?
No, it deserves a 5.
It's
You gave a 5 to the
it's-
Liam Neeson's.
It's
That also deserved a 5.
It's an 8, and the movie is totally underappreciated, and I think
It's-
people will grow to
Are
enjoy
you
the film.
and
I-
Neil
I
Blomkamp
respect
back
that.
together?
We're back
you guys
together.
have-
No,
you guys
it's
still have your
a
relationship?
really cool movie, and I might be
'Cause
totally alone with
you're-
it, but
you're
it's
talking
I
like
really
a man
like it.
who's in a relationship with Neil Blomkamp.
But
You got to see the movie, and then we can have a
I
discussion
don't
about
want
it.
to see it.
You
I
gotta
hate
see it.
Elysium. I'll go home and watch District 9 on Blu-ray, which is the only Neil Blomkamp Blu-ray I need, apparently.
Okay, but you gave the Neeson film a 0, but you were saying in the review how it's half baked, half this, half that. So then shouldn't you then give it a half? 10?
No, after I watched the same movie in a row 7 times, I
And it
need
didn't add to the experience at all.
I need to send Liam Neeson a message because he watches the show and all of our
You know
shows.
how he takes in the message?
Yeah, I know. That's right.
What's
That's-
that?
You just count
That's
the
how
dollar
you take in
bills.
messages too.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. His underwear is lined with hundies.
Yeah, you tell me again how bad Chappie is.
All right,
Oh
listen.
my god. Chappie
It had a strong weekend. The opening, it was opening.
No, it
weekend.
had a week. It was a terrible. It was down 40%.
It won, though.
It was number one.
It was
They
the
won a
new
lot.
movie.
It's a cool movie. It really is a cool movie, and Diane Wood is super
Diane
fun
Wood
in
is
it,
cool.
and the effects are incredible, and Charlotte Copley is great in the movie too as Chappie. There's some really cool stuff.
Maybe we expected too much
Yeah,
from
I
Neil
think we put
Blomkamp.
this guy, but you know what? Like nobody else is making movies like him either. You know, he's
He's not going to be making them
them
for much longer.
I disagree.
He will be.
He's a very unique filmmaker.
The
and
money
that's
runs
what's
out.
so special about this guy.
Unless Liam Neeson is in his next one.
Unless he's an alien. And he's going to Alien, and maybe he took Blake called this a little while ago. He said he took Alien really quickly because he anticipated the reception that Chappie was going to have.
Why is my forehead so pronounced?
I don't know. Just don't ever turn sideways
trying
to
not
anyone.
to.
Just try to keep your head always straight on. Okay,
Fine.
so the reason why I brought up the rundown conversation, we
Oh,
had
yeah.
some really big topics. Blake pulled a lot of them together, and we should talk a little bit more about them on Vic's Face.
Sure.
Star Wars Rogue One.
Oh,
Scott,
yeah.
Scott hates the title.
Rogue One. Every time I say it out loud, I think of that Lady Gaga song when she's like Red One Gaga. Every time
I
I
think
say
that
Rogue
was the
One.
reason why they wanted that.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that was.
I
They
get
wanted
that you don't get it. You don't need to make that. Okay. You
the
know
Lady
what?
Gaga fans. They want them to go to.
Oh, the
Rogue
Lady
One.
Gaga fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even afraid of you anymore. I used to be afraid of your little snaps, but now I know it's theater. It's theater.
Lady Gaga might be in the movie. You never know. Oh,
Oh my God, Vix!
Oh, I dropped my phone.
Paramedics!
My heart.
I told you
My
not
heart.
to look at that thing.
I'm just
my
trying putting. I'm
gosh.
trying to put it down. That's why I dropped it. I should have
Um,
just had it attached to me. Like
So we're
normal.
talking about Rogue One and Lady Gaga.
We don't know anything about Rogue One. I know a few
Felicity
things.
Jones.
I've heard some things.
What have you heard?
I can't say anything.
Oh, come
my
on.
God. I can't. You know what? Fuck you.
I
Come
can't
on.
say anything.
I'm such an insider.
I heard some
I already
things.
know some things you guys might not have.
But
heard.
I know it's gonna be good.
I know some things
I
too.
know it's gonna
Is it
be a
Lady
lot of.
Gaga?
Rogue One is
No.
a terrible title.
I like the
not.
title.
You know what? J.J. Abrams was attached to Star Trek too, and you see what has happened to that. This is not a slam dunk at all. Everyone will go out and see it,
JJ is.
But-
he's taking a supervisory role.
but that's
He-
no golden
this
parachute
is
for this.
Gareth Edwards, the guy that brought us
Godzilla,
monsters.
yeah, sure.
Godzilla was a total
the
snooze
greatest.
fest. But he's a talented filmmaker.
Thing. Still better than Chappie.
And they've got some good writers and some good talent. So I'm
I'm
excited.
listening to you, but I can't turn
and,
sideways.
and the other thing that I dig about this is that Lucas has been involved with some pretty awesome animated stuff. You know,
George Lucas?
well, Lucasfilm.
Okay.
You know,
thank
the
God.
Rebels and
Thank
Clone
God.
Wars have both been really great. So I want to see this new tack that they're going to take in film form. I think that's going to be
I
fun.
have nothing to add to this conversation. And I
Oh
hope
my-
it moves on. I'll be.
Do you guys
You
think-
did.
do
You
you guys-
added to the rundown.
Do you guys think that Han Solo bites it in Episode 7?
Oh,
I hope so.
Do you think he does?
No.
Do you think that Han Solo's going to have a big
Han's gonna live forever.
a big scar on his face? In
What if we
Episode 8?
see Chewbacca? What if we see Chewbacca as a baby?
That would
No.
be so cute.
What, in Rogue
if-
One?
What if Chewbacca has?
What if he has a baby?
What do you
Anyway,
know
let's
about
move
Rogue
on.
One?
I know things that you know.
What do you know?
What do you know?
I know what you
What
know.
do
Do you
I know?
know? But
I
is
Are
there
you
a
kidding?
baby?
We all know
I
this
know
stuff.
some stuff.
I know.
Is there a
That's
Chewbacca
enough.
baby?
That's enough.
Well,
Let's
I don't
move
know.
on.
I don't know. We'll just leave it at that. But Felicity Jones, don't know who she is, but I'm excited to see her in the
Jones.
movie.
Oh, really?
I haven't seen that movie.
Oh, she's great.
What-
In the
what's the-
Theory of Everything?
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Oh, she's fantastic.
Yeah, I want to see that. Uncharted 4 was delayed, and
That's all right.
I know it will be better for it, but God, that hurts. What's the PlayStation 4 got coming this year that we can be excited
Well,
about?
we played Hell Divers.
That's out right now, but Uncharted 4 was the thing to pin our hopes and dreams on. Now it's going to be a lot of third-party titles, I think, right? What are they bringing out first party? Does anybody know?
Project Morpheus.
Do you know? Well, it's on everything, right? Like what Sony got coming this year. I mean, Bloodborne very soon, and
Last
that
of
should be
Us 2.
fun.
I call nodded on that one.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna know at E3 what they're gonna have in place of Uncharted 4.
Oh, you know, I saw Jack Trenton.
You did?
Yeah,
Just-
I told you I saw him.
Yeah, and what was he doing?
He was talking to who's that guy who used to be on Russo used to be on our show.
Yeah, Tom
Oh, Tom
Russo.
Russo.
Yeah.
And you know, at first when I saw Jack, I thought maybe he's had some plastic surgery because his eyes look really tight now. And then I realized, oh wait a second, looks like Tom Russo's had plastic surgery too. His eyes look really
You
tight.
must have been
And then I
in a
thought-
daze for a year, man.
I have to tell Vic about these tight eyes, and we got to get some plastic surgery to make our eyes tight too. We need to tighten up. We're old.
Wow.
I
Is
couldn't
this how
think
you
about
see the
these
world
tight
now?
eyes.
Well, I could have asked Jack Trenton. I just saw him. I walked right by him.
I can't even.
Please don't ever ask Jack Trenton if he had plastic surgery, okay? Do me a favor. All right, Frozen 2 is confirmed.
Oh, who cares?
No, I have to say though, I have still not seen Frozen.
Yeah,
What?
neither have
I haven't seen Frozen.
What?
Okay, because I haven't. It's just
Okay,
been so long that I haven't
We actually
seen
have
it.
movie
When-
night
We
at
don't
our
have
house.
children.
We have movie night at our
No.
house tonight, and Ruby would watch Frozen again. You guys want to come watch Frozen?
I've got
with us?
plans. It's Friday night. It's my night to go to Shine. I'll see you guys
All
later.
right, so big deal around here that Frozen 2 is confirmed. It's a big deal in our house. I'll tell you
Well,
that.
Blake has been whistling the Frozen track all day,
Sing
just so
some
we're
of the
all aware.
songs.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Do you want to build a snowman
Do you want to go outside?
with his fleece as white as snow?
Something like that. It's pretty good.
I don't know what's happening.
Okay, the heists for Grand Theft Auto Online have finally been unveiled
What
and
released?
Well, they promised this stuff a long time ago, man. They're finally out here, and people have been waiting forever. And there's supposed to be a bunch of problems with it. Blake, have you tried the heist yet?
Yeah, I have.
And what's the deal? Are you digging them?
Well, there was a lot of connection issues. The first couple of days, it was like chugging. You could enter online, but you couldn't get your friends to join you.
Yeah.
And eventually, my friends and I, we did one heist.
And
It was pretty fun.
so it's all the stuff that you do in the game, but now you can do in the single player, but now you can do it with
Yeah, but it feels distinctly different. Like,
cool. Anytime that these two bozos have nothing to add like this, I'm just gonna go to you from now on.
that sounds good.
Sure,
That is not fair.
I can go wait
That is not
outside.
fair.
I'm fine waiting outside.
I expected some asshole remark from him, but
He's got nothing.
what a relief. Back to arms folded.
I don't care.
Okay, Titanfall 2 is confirmed. It's coming to the PlayStation 4. We probably could
Oh,
have
that's
called that.
exciting.
We probably could have called that though.
Yeah.
With the launch of Titanfall 1.
Yes.
Right?
I'm very excited about this. I've been loving the online shooters lately.
Yeah.
I don't like I used to hate them, and now I'm just jumping right in and having a hell of a good time. Like with Call of Duty. Oh my God, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Loving
you
it,
didn't even,
hating it.
And that review hasn't aired yet, but you didn't
Oh.
even dig the.
And I wasn't
the
even
map-
into the
the-
exo zombie thing.
Yeah, the zombie stuff.
No, I know that's the whole big sell in it, but I'm selling the other side of it. I like the
Yeah.
other maps and having an excuse to jump in again.
Jones,
I
I
love
think
that
you
stuff.
should try the exo zombie stuff. It's good.
Fuck you, Vic.
John Malkovich is in it.
I don't care.
He's good. He's funny. It's great hearing his
Be quiet now, Vic.
Don't
repartee.
win.
It's very good. It's very good.
Very good for what? For people
For me.
who have a huge void inside them that is never filled with any shitty entertainment that you throw into it. The void never closes.
I really enjoy it.
But Bill Paxton, though, seeing his face in a
Hey,
video game,
yeah,
that's
What
hilarious.
about Garden Warfare 2? Did you see that was announced?
That won't be announced.
Okay,
So the-
yes, it
Likely
will
not.
be announced.
I
It
don't
is a good
think
game.
so. I don't think we're going to see
Beans
a
versus
sequel.
pea shooters.
I don't
That's
know why.
amazing.
I don't know what's with the hate from you guys, honestly, for that game.
No,
it
it's
is
a
so
good
much
game.
fun.
It's a good 7
It's
out of
good
10
for you.
game.
It's a good 7 out of 10.
Yeah, that's 99% of all games.
No, it is a lot of fun. But I feel like that's the game that got me into shooters online. Really, it is. And the third person thing, I used to hate it, but I just felt like that was a great entry level, introducing me to online shooters again. And maybe that's it. Maybe that was the ticket. So no hating on Plants vs. Zombies Garden
You got
Warfare.
it. How about
Oh,
Hotline
Jones, you
Miami?
really.
Or exo zombies.
We're still playing Hotline Miami's.
Hotline Miami 2 and Ori and the Blind Forest.
Okay,
and
we need to talk about
Helldivers.
Ori and
We
Blind
haven't aired
Forest.
these reviews, so
I
we
know.
have
No,
to
but
be careful.
Ori-
It's like an indie deluge of really cool things. Ollie Ollie 2 is out there right now
Yes,
too.
that's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
who's doing that? You want to do it?
I'll do all
Me and
of
you.
it for sure.
I love it.
Okay, great.
You two guys?
Because I know she liked the first one.
All right.
I know.
Will you do it with her then?
Yeah, I'll do it with Marissa.
Jesus.
All right. We're on it.
Great.
but-
Have a great time.
No, but Ori
gotta
and the
play
Blind
Exo Zombies.
Forest is absolutely beautiful. It's a stunning game. It's out now. It just came out yesterday, or no, 2 days ago. And it's just stunning. I had real tears playing this game. Real tears. And I know I'm overly emotional this week.
You are.
Lady times. But no, it really got to me, and I was wiping tears out of my eyes while I'm playing this game. When's the last time that happened playing a video game for you, Jones? Never. Vic?
He's cried sometimes.
Playing a video game?
He's come in sad. Yeah,
from a
absolutely.
game.
Come on.
What-
You
from
hard
what?
ass. You've loved something so much.
No, the only game that I
welled
had
up.
felt anything for
Yeah.
was Last of Us.
But you
The
didn't-
only game that I cared about any characters in. Everybody else, I'm just like, that's the guy that I'm supposed to be. Let me try to keep him alive. I don't know who he is. I don't care.
Seriously?
Yeah,
There's never been any kind of moment or characters. I think you're forgetting stuff. I think that there's got to be something
great.
back there.
Bring up my medical.
No, I'm not. I'm not even throwing that in
So
there.
gentle.
But when you get put on the spot to try to come up with some of those anecdotes, it's hard
I don't
sometimes.
sit down in front of my video game machines thinking, I'm
No, but
I'm
it
gonna
No,
feel
you
happens.
some
don't.
It
stuff.
comes in,
You
man.
don't think it.
Hardly ever.
I didn't
comes
think that.
Hardly ever.
I didn't think that when I was jumping into Ori. I didn't think that at all. And I was just thinking, okay, I'm just going to jump into this. I'm going to play an hour before I go to bed. And it was just the way the story unfolded and how quickly the developers were able to pull you into the story and let you get to know the characters.
It's not
But still,
really doing anything that a Miyazaki movie hasn't done
but
a
that's
million
what they
times
took
already.
influence from.
And I think that's fine, but I would rather watch a Miyazaki movie and have a legitimate cry rather than a video game that I'm trying to have a cry for.
You're not trying to have a cry for it. It
I
just
didn't
happens
cry when
naturally.
I played Ori and the Blind Forest.
Okay, but you cried
So
for
I'm an
Miyazaki
inhuman
then.
asshole.
No, you're not. You don't need to cry. I'm just
You heard
okay.
it here first.
They knew it already.
Anyway, so Vic, did you enjoy Ori and the Blind Forest?
Yeah,
So, Vic, what's new with you?
I wasn't crying, but I think it's wonderful. I think it's totally
That's because you're
beautiful.
looking at Twitter the whole time trying to play
Oh my
No,
god.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
Ori and the Blind Forest.
No, I was loving it.
Ori's on Twitter the whole time, and then
This
I
is
was
this
loving
is
it.
His
miming
friend
gaming
dies.
and
Did you not eat lunch today? Oh, you had
he had
pretzels.
pretzels.
I had a
That's
bag
why.
of pretzels.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
all
super
fired up.
crotchety.
Somebody's hangry.
He's
Somebody's a little bit
hangry.
hangry. I want to
Guys,
hear.
I have to
I want to
face
hear
this
if people are excited about Morpheus and the VR and all that
Yes.
stuff, or are they agreeing with our
Be nice.
fears and our concerns with it?
Most of the people in the chat haven't tried it yet because they're not big, important game
Okay, I'm sorry.
Axis,
Sorry.
though. It's there.
But
I mean,
people don't-
people are cautiously optimistic about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a cool idea.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't tried it, I mean, you have, and maybe you don't think it's a cool idea anymore because you've tried it firsthand. But
It's so solitary. That's the thing I think that is so
Yeah,
weird.
but
It's
I mean-
such a solitary thing, and then you got to, like in these big events, you got to try it on. You know?
yeah, but realistically, I mean, it's not any more solitary than playing any game. You know,
Well, it's just the
it's just instead of a
confinement of it.
TV, it's just a map.
Well, now you're really
Wanna
You can still
be
play
talking about
online with
in
other
a little
people.
closet. I game in an open living room. I'm alone, but I have space.
Well, and we spent so long in the games biz, like getting the screens bigger and inviting more people to pay attention to it and showing off these beautiful images and all that stuff. And now we're going to put them into a tiny little theater for your eyeballs.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird, right? It's like,
Just completely blocking out the rest of the world.
Yeah.
We've already started to block off the rest of the world when
You
we go
guys
into our
have, for
phones.
sure.
I'm saying that, Jones. Honest to God, when you go into your phone constantly checking whatever it is with social media. Okay. So, Lady Times, I'm getting really frustrated with you today.
Vic's like
You're,
this
you're
every
giving
day.
me real anger. Okay, what are people saying in the chat? Are
And
there
then come the
questions?
tears.
And then come the tears.
Yeah, well, you mentioned Ori and the Blind Forest recently.
Yeah.
Somebody had a good question about that. They're
Oh.
wondering if the success of Ori and the Blind Forest on the Xbox, because it's such a hit,
Yep.
should Nintendo revisit 2D Metroid?
that's exactly what I
Oh.
was thinking when I was playing the game. It's like that and what was the Mexican flavored
Oh,
one?
yeah, guacamole.
Guacamole. I mean, there's just so many of these games right now which are
Sure.
totally influenced from the 2D Metroids. And
Well,
But
the
the
other
stat-
thing that I'm surprised you're not talking about, especially you,
yeah,
is the enviro-friendly angle. It's very much like Okami.
right.
You're
Yeah.
banishing sort of an evil black plague on the world
Mm-hmm.
individually.
Yeah.
No, but it
fascinating.
wasn't. But it had nothing to do with the style of gameplay for Ori. Like I know it's 2D, it's Metroidvania, and that was really cool. But it had nothing to do with that. It was all about the story and all about the look of it and the feel of it.
It wouldn't
could have
work
been-
though. It wouldn't be as powerful. It wouldn't be as it's very popular right now, and
Yeah.
like all the press is talking about. It's all over Twitter and everything. If it didn't have the mechanics that it has, and those are directly lifted from Metroid, and Nintendo has an opportunity with that franchise to do something that deviates from what it's done before.
Sure.
And they have examples now that they can say, well, look, why don't we, put some kind of environmental thing in here.
I don't know why we're always going back though. Like, why are we doing the look back? Another look back. This is another look back. We're gonna go back and look at Metroid now. Like,
Well, I'll tell
why
you.
are we doing that? Let's keep going forward. Let's make some new things.
Because I love Metroid.
I do too, but
and
I don't
and I
need
miss
more
the
Metroid.
2D perspective. I could have said that about 2D Zelda, and the link between two worlds was so incredible.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes
I
the
want
Zeldas
more
are
of that.
successful. Sometimes they're not successful.
Right. But
We-
that one in particular was fantastic. So I would love to see them put that caliber on 2D Metroid again.
Well, I am fine with that.
You're all right. I know.
Yeah.
You don't want more Star Wars or Liam
No, I want
Neeson's.
new things. I don't want to keep going back to the well and hope the water tastes good this time.
That's a good one.
But you sure
That's a good
did like Ori. Or
You
you
did
ha-
like
you
Ori.
have
I was
been
surprised that
enjoying
it wasn't awful.
Wow. You got to stop playing these things on your porch in your rocking chair.
No, I'm just alone with my
Swatting at
cats.
flies and
I-
get off my
I
lawn!
don't
I'm
have a
playing
porch.
games.
I'm not going outside.
No, I know.
God. Are there any other questions, Blake?
Is anybody worried about Scott?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few people who are kind of concerned about school,
That's
but that's par for the course.
If they're not concerned, I'm not doing my job.
A lot of people are quite. This is kind of part and parcel of virtual reality, but
Yeah.
people are curious about
How
4K.
pornography, exactly. That's what I wanted to talk about. So what happens is you put, I don't know.
Put on the Oculus Rift.
I would love to talk about that. Yeah, people are curious about 4K hardware. Most of it seems to be coming out this winter. Like more, there's 4K TVs already, but more of them are coming out. They unveiled a lot at
CES.
CES
Yeah.
last month or the month before, and
It's just the new hot thing in technology.
yeah, and you can watch movies and stuff on 4K.
But it's only amazing to you if your eyes are also amazing. Like if your eyes can actually pick up how amazing the screen really is. It looks fantastic, I'm sure, but I have terrible eyes. So it really means nothing to me. Everything is still...
What if you have glasses though?
When I have glasses, it's a bit better, but it's still not... I mean, you have to have amazing vision to really appreciate all this stuff.
It's going to be content that makes us want to make these big, huge leaps. And
Yeah.
Avatar was the thing that was supposed to prove out 3D, and it didn't really pan out that well for the consumer. Although
Right.
the movie business has benefited from so much 3D output, the TVs haven't really been a big deal. So I don't know if 4K is going to be this big leap for us until the content generating hardware is filled with content that makes
Yeah.
you want to make that leap.
What's the
you know?
difference
Sure.
between a 3K TV and a 4K?
It's
What
just,
do they do?
It's just
2K.
dots of resolution.
It's
just
2K and 4K.
much higher resolution.
What
Um,
about a 2.7K?
the
Is that
the thing about 4K, the thing that makes it special, it's 4,000 lines of resolution. 4K more accurately simulates the appearance of 35 millimeter film. Most people don't realize when you watch a movie at the theater, it looks better than it does on Blu-ray. Blu-ray is it's 1,080 lines of resolution, so it's 4 times less than 4K. Once you get to 4K, the reason it's special is because you'll be able to watch a movie at home and it will look as good as it does at the theater.
At the theater,
Okay.
yeah.
That's why it's a big deal. If it's a
Right.
35 millimeter film, if it was a
Right.
70 millimeter film like Lawrence of Arabia or something, you would need 8K.
But
to
I think
replicate that.
if
okay.
we're jumping from TV like we were watched 4:3 to 16:9, or we're moving in like if it's a big leap, these feel like smaller leaps though.
It
These
is.
are smaller, and I'm not gonna really see it or appreciate it. Yeah,
That's
it's gonna
what I
be
mean.
cool to own it, but I don't care. Like my TV looks great. I've had it for 6 years.
When Netflix has hours and hours and hours of 4K streams and the internet connections aren't, because the bandwidth on that is
Yeah.
going to be insanely expensive, that's when people are going to go crazy for 4K. But I think we're years away from that still.
It took a long time for us to get to this HD thing.
And honestly, I don't
Years.
think the PlayStation or Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, which are the most powerful consoles right now, they can't really generate 4K resolution, 60 frame per second, like action type of experiences that we're all going to rush to want to play yet. I don't think. I think they're still struggling to get to 1080p sometimes.
This is
All
pretty nerdy.
Yeah.
All
It's
that
a good
stuff
question, though.
seems
I don't like it.
It's a good question.
a little gimmicky to me, though. I don't like at CES when I was there, not this January, but the January before. They had us actually go up to the screens with our noses right to them to see how amazing the
That doesn't
resolution was.
sound
What?
healthy.
I know it's not healthy. This is great. Yeah, everything looks amazing, but I don't. That's not how I'm gonna watch
that's what happened
TV.
in Poltergeist.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They told the girl to go up to the screen. She went into the thing. Then
Yeah.
she had to live in a house made of white.
On a
Guys.
burial ground.
I don't like that.
What else you got, mister?
I have a question for Marissa. Are you excited, because you're a baseball fan?
Yeah.
Are you excited for MLB 15, the show?
Yes, obviously. So I will be reviewing that with one of these
You
guys.
can do it with Scott this year.
What?
Fuck you,
With
Vic.
you.
First the Liam Neeson thing, and now this.
I heard Liam Neeson's a player on the Toronto Blue Jays.
What's that's hilarious. No, did you guys see Will Ferrell? Will
Yeah,
Ferrell
he played every
yesterday
position, right?
So for Cactus League, he played with every single team. He spent the whole day raising money for cancer.
Oh my God.
And he actually stepped up to the plate and tried to hit a ball, and he fielded in the outfield. Like, that shit is scary.
Wow.
That is scary. If you don't play in the major leagues, those balls come fast and furious. And he did it. He was out there, and I don't know. I got so much more respect for him yesterday
That's
for what he
awesome.
did. It took
What
balls
was
to do
he
something like
pitching,
that.
Was he hyping the movie?
Yeah, for sure.
I haven't forgotten Anchorman 2.
But you're not excited about MLB. You like baseball, don't you?
I don't like the new baseball games. I'm sorry. I don't like them. They're too complicated. They're trying to put too many. I feel that way about all the sports games. They don't ever try to reduce it to the essence and capture some of the fun.
The video game fun.
Yeah, the video game fun, the way the games had to when we had 8 or 16-bit.
We talk about this in the reviews of sports games every year, I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like
You're
it's
right.
too much. Like, I can change the kind of. He's wearing mirrored aviators now. That's wonderful, and I can throw a curveball whenever I want to if my picture has enough XP. And I'm just like, fuck this. I just want to hit home runs. I want to make some cool catches, and I want to go to
The
bed.
show was pretty amazing on PS4 last year.
It is.
though.
It
was
is
beautiful.
amazing.
Too
And the thing
complicated,
is with
yeah.
the sports games lately, it's true. They are too complicated. There's a lot to do. There's too much to do. It feels like sometimes.
Well, they're too much for the exact person that's going to watch the TV broadcasts and go to the games.
Yeah.
They're just so just built for the fan
Exactly.
of that sport,
Yep.
and not inclusive for other people that just want
For
to have
sure.
a fun time.
They're
playing
giving
these games.
everything to that fan of that sport.
But
They're gonna only play this game.
I argue, and this is why I think NBA kills it every year. They are very accessible for people. It isn't that. It isn't that.
I remember
over
the
the top.
MVP 2005, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
Quote me on this.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on a second. Who was on the cover? Do you remember?
It was the guy from the Red Sox, not.
It was Manny being Manny.
I think it was Manny.
Yeah.
And
I
that
remember.
was a great year, and I remember it
That
had
was
a
my favorite
great,
baseball game.
Yeah, it had a great home run, fun game
Yes,
in
the
it.
home run derby.
Yeah, and they used to.
So much fun. And the
they had this
pitching.
one thing that was like would cut the grass in the outfield. And
Yes.
So sometimes you would hit it with your balls. You'd be like, oh, I hit the home run thing. Why is it there now?
I know.
And
It
the
was
music
so much
was
fun.
good.
The
and
music was great, but
Oh,
they
I love
they
it.
They
had
made
like
that in Vancouver. That one.
not all the great things
No,
in the
but
world
I think they
come
did.
from Vancouver.
They,
I
they
think
had
it-
baseball up here for a
Poutine and now
little
this.
I
Great.
think it was MVP 2004 though. Was it 2005?
Might have been. I thought it was- I don't
But
know.
yeah, there was a great pitching game as well, and that just little mini games that were so much fun, and the music was great. You're right about that. That was my favorite baseball game for
EA
sure.
gave all that up.
And also the Bigs too. Ben Silverman
was-
and I.
That's
Made in Vancouver.
Vancouver. So I guess
Why don't you just hold the sign up that says
I don't know. Just all over giant
Vancouver
V.
needs a baseball team. That's all.
Yeah, true that.
We have one.
The Canadians.
Yeah.
Okay, but like a
Yeah.
major league
And
Yeah,
we're
baseball
we're not
team
going to get that.
And an NBA team.
and an NBA team.
Yeah.
The Leafs are in town this
We
weekend. You
used to have
excited?
The Leafs are in town. Well, the Leafs are god awful right now.
Okay, but
They're
that
terrible.
means you can watch the Leafs get beaten this weekend
That's
by the
true.
Canucks.
Welcome to Sports Talk. Scott, Marissa, and Vic.
Welcome to
Yeah.
4K TV
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah. Those Leafs are sucking this season. Hopefully they trade out some of
The
those
Leafs
guys.
are terrible right
This
now.
4K is pretty cool. I gotta get me one.
All right.
Sports and geek talk. What else you got?
That sounds like a good
Okay,
show to me.
Yeah.
People are wondering when we're going to start our own EP restaurant like Planet Hollywood.
We're not.
Oh.
And what kind of
Well, we all have serving experience
what
though.
kind of
Yep.
food would we serve there? What kind of entrees?
Oh.
Healthy foods.
Pot pies.
No,
Yeah.
healthier foods because there is a place that's video game themed in the city,
Yeah.
Okay.
and they serve the greasiest food.
Yeah,
it
they're-
is so greasy.
They're catering to a very young and
Holy smokes!
people that feel like they're going to be invincible forever.
Yeah, and you eat it, and I felt invincible for about 2 minutes, and then it was back to the Airship Bakery. So
You got an Airship Bakery
I
reference
got
in
it in there. Yay, mom.
Very nice. Classy. I
No,
love
we
it.
would serve. I would bake a lot of things
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
We're not going to open a restaurant.
Would you come to our restaurant if we open a
Can
restaurant?
you just pretend?
Let's
I
pretend.
don't want to pretend. We're not going to do it.
Are people in if we open up a restaurant or let's
Hold
say
on a
some
second.
really
Can we start
fancy,
a
cool
Kickstarter for
I
a
wanna
restaurant?
pretend-
destination? Yeah, I would
Let's
like to do
pretend
that. I
we
would love to have a
land
live
speeder
place.
instead, and then we don't have to walk home today, and you can ride home in our land speeder.
Okay.
That's a
Why
fun
do you
more
have to
fun.
kill everyone's dream,
Dream
Jones?
killer.
Who cares about Dream Killer?
It
that's
was
right.
that should have been Star Wars episode.
Yeah, that's a better title than
Dream
Rogue
Killer.
One and the 4K TVs. What a terrific
Rogue One in the 4K.
third
4K.
episode. So when
Are we going to be all right tonight on our flight?
Oh my god. Okay, this
Yes,
is good. This
yes.
is
Of
really
course,
good.
we're opening up an EPN restaurant as soon as we possibly can.
Yeah, we're on it.
We just need $10 million.
Sure.
Yes.
First, it's gonna be the arcade though,
Yeah,
and then the
Yeah.
restaurant.
All
Restaurant
right.
attached to the arcade.
that's all happening.
How about the iWatch?
The Apple Watch?
You into it?
Not yet.
Vic's not into it. Okay,
Yeah.
moving
I
on.
do. I want one.
I don't want one.
I'm not in. Not yet.
Jones is not gonna take off his
I
man
want
watch.
to. I want to have one on.
You know what this says?
Vic is
try
not gonna
it.
take off his man watch.
I've got my watch. I'm fine.
This
They've
is
got
what-
their-
this
they've
is
got their
what
man
old
watches.
men wear. You could call it our old man watches.
Yeah, you guys sit on park benches and. keep
Also,
taking
I've
them
got
off.
an old timepiece back here.
I mean, I'm excited about the technology that it has inside of it, and all of the
Yeah.
the health tracking and all that stuff. I think that's all really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think watches they should be kind of personal, and I just feel like I said this before. It feels like Apple wants us all to be wearing the same kind of watch, and that seems crazy. I
Do you
mean,
feel like maybe they put it out too late because there's all this other stuff that came out first?
no.
So we're already sick of seeing all this stuff, like the Fitbits and the.
It feels a little soon, if anything.
Yeah, I
Really?
think they put so much effort into the customization and the types of materials and the bands and the app faces and all that stuff. But it's actually, I think, it's crazy that they're all square. That every shape of the watch is exactly the same, and you're going to be able to point at people's wrists and say, "Well, they're wearing an Apple Watch. They're wearing
But
an Apple Watch." And
that's the joy of
It's like
owning an
you
Apple
on the
product.
Oprah. That's like
you get an Apple Watch. And I think that worked, for the phone because there's an embedded sort of viral marketing that happens
Yeah.
when everybody's got their phones like that. But when I think watches are fashion as much as they are technology or practicality, and I don't know
But
if
you
the
can
bands are enough.
You can make a fancy band and pay $13,000 for
I don't know.
a fancy man watch with a fancy man band.
I'm saying all this though. I haven't seen one in person. I haven't touched one. I haven't
Yeah.
put one on the
you
wrist.
can look at pornography on it, Vic.
Oh, there you go. Selling point right there. That would-
Selling point for Jones. Does that come with your subscription? Like you can watch it on your watch?
Better come on my subscription.
Okay. Blake has a question.
Yeah, we're getting kind of close to the end here.
Okay.
So people want to know what you're playing this weekend.
Oh, very good.
Ori and the Blind Forest.
Hotline Miami 2.
Yeah, Hotline. It's
Uh,
Indie Festival this weekend.
And I've been having fun with Helldivers. I need to say though that I'm terrible at it, and Blake tried to help me out. Thanks, Blake.
I'm
You're
playing
welcome.
Outrun 3D on the 3DS,
Oh.
which it's an old game, but it's a great game. It's a Yu Suzuki arcade
I want
classic.
to punch you right now.
It's awesome. Why? Why do you want to punch
Why
me?
would you do
Because I'm
that?
playing an old game. Why are you feeling so angry?
He's feeling surly today.
Yeah.
Who is?
You.
I didn't have lunch.
Is
We had
it-
to go in and do this. We
Is
had all
it
this
your
work to
time
do.
in the month?
You.
Is it?
Vic, that's not cool.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know that it
I'm
is.
sorry. I'm
You
sorry.
know that it is.
No, Outrun
special
3D.
Jones
What,
time.
you got a problem? You got a beef with Outrun 3D?
I don't know. Where are the games? Where are the AAA games? We're all playing downloadable.
They're
Shit.
small right now. They're small.
Yeah, they're small.
Bloodborne's
exactly.
almost here, and we got the news
What's
that
almost here?
Bloodborne, the PlayStation 4 game.
You're
It's-
What is
it's-
that?
You are playing
it's-
that.
It's like Dark Souls, and we have the Battlefield Hardline's on the way,
Oh, yeah,
and
that-
Final Fantasy's
Okay,
in the
no.
pipeline pretty soon.
You can play that too.
Why do I have to play all the things you don't want to
Are we
play?
playing Final Fantasy together, you and I? Yeah,
Guys.
up top.
I don't
Up
even
top.
know. What is
At
that?
Final Fantasy.
What planet are you from?
Yeah, we'll play some Final Fantasy together.
Yeah, Final Fantasy, you're
But
right.
this weekend, yeah, I think it's going to be Indie Love Fest.
Yeah, I had fun today. Do you guys have fun?
Yeah.
This face says he's lying, but he really did. This is the highlight of his day, I think.
My days have lots of highlights. You
This is
guys
one of
don't
them.
always, you're not
Oh,
not part of the other highlights.
All right, it's
Thank
when he's at
God.
home later with his cats and his blanket.
Shh, don't tell him.
Remember, guys, movie night at my place tonight. You can
Oh,
watch Frozen.
Frozen.
You can break.
I
that
don't want
chair.
that.
You can make that happen. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Oh,
we have
wait,
one more
Blake
question.
has- Oh, Instagram.
Oh yes.
Follow us on Instagram. Well, I don't know what it is. EP.
It's EP Daily.
Yeah, Instagram at EP Daily.
Oh,
Instagram, EP Daily, lots and lots of cool behind the scenes pics. Blake's been running around taking all kinds of cool photos. Thanks for watching,
and,
everybody.
Oh yeah, thanks so much. We appreciate it. And take part in our chats every day at 1.
Yes, back on Monday, 1 o'clock with EP Daily and
Be sure to oil your robot. His name is 4K.
Stitcher! See you next week.
Bye.
Dick's Basement would like to thank its sponsors, EB Games, Nintendo, Xbox, and Gameloft.